Well, it's definitely been a group I've been excited to work with. We always pride ourselves on bringing great energy, especially with that group. You want young men that are willing to work hard every single day, but really bring that energy every day. It's a position that there's a lot asked of that position, and so there's a lot of different techniques that we need to work day in and day out, and we want to be able to bring that energy every single day to help out with not just our group but the team as well. So it's been a fun group. They're matching the energy that we need, and every day we're challenging each other to bring more, and so I'm been excited to start off with them.
We'll go to Bill Cameron.
Hey, Coach Bill Cameron, The Drive on ESPN 1067 here in town. Talking about the position, if you would, describe the differences in the two spots and then the guys that you like what you've seen from so far.
Well, they're pretty mirrored, the two spots. So sometimes it's depending on what you're calling the rush position might be a little bit of a bigger guy. The stud position might be a little bit more of the space player. But for these guys, it's we're really working all our guys at both positions right now, getting reps at everything. So there's not a whole lot different between the two, and we're working all the same techniques with both sides as well, so that we can have some flexibility there as far as the positions, being able to move guys back and forth, and like anything else, like a Mike and a Will, as inside backers or a free and a strong safety, you want those players to be able to play both sides of it and understand how it works on both sides. And there's a lot of carryover as you go between. But at the end of the day, it is a versatile position, and we do have quite a bit that we have to work. But it's been good so far.
Question from Mark Murphy.
Yes, Mark Murphy from Inside the Auburn Tigers at 24/7 Sports. How much of the special teams work do you want to get done by the end of spring, or is it something you're going to leave some to until August?
Well, you definitely want to build the foundation. That's critical. And the foundation, starts with the mindset and the approach that we take to special teams. And that's being all in as an entire team, and that includes coaching staff and everybody that is involved. So that's a big part of it is bringing in that foundation. And the second part of it is within that foundation is the fundamentals and the techniques that go into special teams. And so during spring, that's a great opportunity to have the time to really focus on those fundamentals and techniques and get great at those things. The scheme, we want to build the foundation for that as well, but above all else, it's those fundamentals and techniques that are going to carry you over once you get into the season, allow you to be able to do different things week to week based off of the opponents that you play. The technique and fundamentals, that's what's going to allow you to have success and tweak things and game plan the way that you need to once the season starts. So that's what we've been focused on.
On the coverage teams, do your guys like volunteer for that, or do you say, hey, you need to be on this team, or how's that work?
Well, that's part of the all-in. It's that everybody, we want our best guys on special teams. There's no, everyone has a role on teams, and everyone will have a role on teams. And that's our expectation, is that we want the very best players on offense and defense, those guys jumping and chomping at the bit to say, Coach, put me in on this, put me in on that, so that we can go have another chance to compete. And that's really what special teams comes down to, is that, hey, that's another chance to compete now, right? That's a chance to get out there and go. A lot of one-on-ones are involved in special teams, chances to show yourself going out there and dominating somebody across the football from you. So that goes into the mindset of our entire team. We want our guys to be excited about any one-on-one they can get, and teams gives you a lot of those opportunities.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Tom Green.
Hey, Bert, Tom Green with AO.com. We've seen in practices so far, and we've heard from people just how high energy you are as a coach. Just, I guess, where does that come from? And then Nick Easton mentioned that you guys wrestle a lot in the hallways of the complex. How does that usually go?
Well, not good for me, I guarantee that, when I'm going against Nick or Jeff, because both those guys have more wrestling background than I do. I wrestle with my brothers and sister. That's about it. But the energy, I think it comes from my position coach when I was a player in college, and he always taught me. J.D. Williams is his name. We worked together as coaches as well, and he taught me your players are going to be a reflection of you. And so the energy that you bring day in and day out, if that's what you want from your players, if you want your players to bring it every day and be fired up and be excited and be happy to be there and see practice is not just another practice, but an opportunity to grow and get better every single day, you have to bring that as well. You have to show that as well. You can't just, say it. You got to bring your actions behind your words. So I've always taken that to heart. And honestly, it has always made it more fun for me. And the more energy I can bring, it just makes the whole process more exciting, more enjoyable. And I think that allows me and my group with the edge backers, but then also the entire special teams and all the guys that we get to work with on the team, right? It makes it exciting, it makes it fun every single day. Like when we get done with practice, there's smiles as we huddle up as the edge linebacker group. Everyone's smiling. They enjoyed the process. They enjoyed getting better, and we're all talking about how we can get better the next practice and what we need to do and the goals we need to set. And so that's something that I feel like you always have to do. You can't ever let that slide as you go through. Good days, bad days. When you step out on that field, I mean, that's what we do it for, right? Is you can feel the energy of each other and help each other out and bring what you need for that team to be successful.
Question from Nathan King.
Hey, Bert, what does a guy like Derek Hall mean for your position group, just in terms of his leadership, being an experienced guy on the field, and how good of a player do you think he could be in your room this season?
Well, it definitely he brings a lot. He brings the consistency that you need with leadership, and any great leader is going to be consistent. They're going to do the right things every single day, not just on the field but off the field. They're going to be a steady mindset, steady emotionally, and not be raising up and down, depending on how the day went or the day before went. And that's what Derek is. I mean, he is Mr. Consistency. Every single day, he's staying on the right level. He's calm, cool, collected. He takes the coaching well, and so that's a great example in the room when you're sitting there and you're working with guys and trying to get them better, and there is some critique involved, so you have to be able to be humble and take it, and he's a great example of that, and for the guys that have all learned from and have gotten better off of that. I think he can be very good. I think he's got a great chance to be a great player in this defense, and every day I see him, there's something that's getting better, right? Some little technique here or there, maybe just effort to the ball here, or pass rush technique here, or drop here that you see improve, and that's what's exciting. Is I know every day he's going to try to get better at something. There's going to be something that he's working on and getting better at.
Question from Gianna Hahn.
Hi, Gianna Hahn from AO.com. Nick Easton was mentioning how some of those edge guys, you send them back and forth between working with him and working with you. What has it been like both for the players and for you and Nick Easton working together?
Well, I've really enjoyed working with Nick. He's an amazing coach and an even better man. He's somebody that is incredibly knowledgeable in the game and has an experience that is really unprecedented. So as always, I'm trying to learn as a coach. I'm trying to get better every single day. I'm out here just like the players are, and he's been a great resource for me. But also, we kind of feed off each other with our energy, like we talked about before, and not just on the field, but in the meeting room. And we're in our offices are right next to each other. So, we're popping in back and forth from each other's offices and bouncing ideas off of each other to find out the best techniques we can use for these guys. So that's been great. And our players have really, they've done a great job too of working back and forth between the two of us, and it's been pretty seamless there. And we're excited to have the opportunity to work together the rest of the way.
We'll finish out with two more in the chat. Go to Josh Vitale.
Hey, Bert, talking to Derek Mason, he said having you and him and Jeff Schmedding in the stand defensive room, he said it's kind of like a chemistry lab, since you're all pretty defensive coordinators. What's it like working with them in the same room, and how collaborative is the effort you guys are putting in?
Well, great collaboration comes with humility, and I think that's the strength of this group, is that everybody in that room, including the three of us, are humble, hardworking guys that just want to find a way to do things better. And whenever you have that combination, you have an amazing opportunity to grow and improve that side of the football, because we've all done things differently. We've all done certain things the same, and so it's a fine line to be able to tweak and turn and find the angles that you need to create something special. And I think with this group, we're going to be able to do that. So it's been great so far.
We'll finish up with Mark Murphy.
I wanted to ask you about your punters this spring. You got two guys that share duties.
Well, they're doing a great job. They're competing every single day, and it's going to be a great competition as we go through. I mean, they're really both showing some awesome things on the field, and that's making each one of them better, right? And that's always the goal, is that whenever you have a competition at any position, that you have two guys that are pushing each other, so that whatever that end result comes, and whoever that guy is that becomes the starter, that they're the best version of themselves that they can possibly be. But they've done a nice job of it, as far as, that is a tight room with specialists. Those guys spend a lot of time together, and those guys are working hard together. There's no animosity, nothing like that. It's been a team effort for all of them to work together and continue to improve. So I'm excited about that group. We're going to be able to turn out a great product when we get to our punt team.
Thanks. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Finishes up.